Okay, now let's see.
Said the blind man to his deaf dog as they dragged their lame dog, as they dragged his lame wife dog.
Coming up on this episode of This Is True Really News.
Lock and stuff.
Yeah, and fiddle-dee-dee and falderall.
No. I thought we talked. Fiddle-dee-dee, baby. Falderall, no, not after last time.
Oh, yeah, I'd forgotten about that. So please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News if you'd like. And ask others to like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News as well. We'd like to grow the podcast audience. Thank you.
Don't actually know why we want to do that, but
$35.
That's it. We want to be filthy rich.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
One of my granddaughters will ask occasionally, so you up to 40 yet? Oh,
no, we're at 30. Dear, we're a little over 35.
Dear, that's a long way for us. File this under if it's a dirty job by somebody. In Australia, Queensland's Bill Edgar is known to some as the coffin confessor. Yes, Edgar shows up at funerals and speaks for the deceased.
Oh, my.
Yeah. See, now I'm thinking all the apologies. No, he tells off family members, set friends straight, and delivers bad news about beneficiaries.
You know, I might hire this guy.
So basically, he'd be what we are if we did this kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, you got some people who go, listen, and Bill, and I'm sorry for, and I should have never done. Nope, you're an ass. You're not getting money, and you suck.
We could do that job.
And he gets paid.
Well, that would be new.
According to news.com.au, that must be Australia.
Yes, it is.
Edgar's job doesn't stop there. His services, for which he charges between $2,000 and $10,000, have it. Well, I suppose it's the size of the family. You got a lot of
it's also Australian
off,
dollars. That's like
that's true. So what, $5 to $10?
I don't know, 6 buttons and a couple of checkers pieces.
Do we have anybody listening in Australia this month?
Yes, I just thought of that. Oops.
So then you didn't say what I thought I just heard you say.
Not even. I wouldn't even think that of Australia.
And luckily now with my memory, I don't even remember you saying it. Anyway, he charged between $2,000 and $10,000 a grand sum and has expanded into removing items from the deceased home that they'd rather not the family not see. You know, he says things like messages of hate, messages of love, things they've written down, sex toys, anything that they want. There is just no easy way to, if you'll pardon the expression, slide that one by.
Yeah, that's true.
He says, whatever it is they've written down, whatever they want removed from their web browsers, I'm the guy. One gentleman had shall we call it a sexual dungeon in one of his bedrooms.
Really?
You know, everything I've saw of dungeons, it is just not the place because it just doesn't set that kind of mood.
No, I don't find them arousing at all.
No, I mean, unless you're Satan, probably. That's probably pretty exciting. And that gentleman was 88 years old, believe it or not. Okay, now I don't know whether to be chagrined or
impressed.
I'm jealous, mostly. Edgar said he even delivers his services in the U.S. and the United Kingdom. He said Paramount has picked up the story for a movie. You know what's going to happen, right? They're going to downgrade it to a series, put it on Paramount Plus.
Well, then
that's what I take from this.
Might get to enjoy it. Well, it depends if they get.
See, I always thought a good friend would just make sure your browser history was gone.
Well, just get Ryan Reynolds to do it.
But when you get
that would be fun.
But when you've got, you know, like a sex dungeon,
yeah.
And I mean, I get the idea the family didn't know.
How would
that's the other question I have is how the hell do you hide that? I'm sorry, dear. I'm going to bed early tonight. In leather chaps? What? You're 88. Good God, act your age.
In a throwback to a story we've done previously, or similar to the story we've done previously from
India.
Not
really a throwback then. It's
apropos of Indian stories where people sue each other.
We've had a few of those.
Yes. A 27-year-old Indian man plans to sue his parents for giving birth to him without his consent.
Oh, carry on, you dope.
Mumbai businessman and noted nihilist Raphael Samuel told the BBC that it is wrong to bring children into the world because they have to put up with lifelong suffering. Plus, humans are bad for the planet. Mr. Samuel understands that consent can't be sought before birth, but insists that it is not our decision to be born. So, as we didn't ask to be born, we should be paid for the rest of our lives to live.
So he's basically just a leftist.
Let's just add lazy little dink to that nihilist description, shall we? Both parents are lawyers and have shown an amazing amount of restraint, if not humor. In reference to the recent upheaval my son has created, his mother, Kavita Karnad Samuel, said,
they are attorneys.
I must admire my son's temerity to want to take his parents to court, knowing both of us are lawyers.
And we'll kick his ass from here to Mumbai.
Right. And if Raphael can come up with a rational explanation as to how we could have sought his consent to be born, I will accept my fault. Me thinks she's pretty confident.
Me thinks, you know, you never mess with your mom. Do you know why? Moms never lose. Ever. In the entire history of mankind. Ever. ITV News reports that a dead body had been left in a side room at the, of all places, Diana, Prince of Wales Hospital in Grimsby, England.
Oh, what? They didn't have enough room in their own morgue?
For 4 days, it was left there.
Did they think they were going to get better?
He's dead. Well, he could get better. He's just mostly dead.
This milk is spoiled. Perhaps it'll be better tomorrow.
And just put it back in there. Wait till my wife sees it. She'll make it better. Oh, boy. There's certain things that won't happen. A wife finding sour milk is never good. And telling your wife at that point to calm down will only enrage her more.
Right.
Just things I found out through my... Once discovered, the body, which had been laying around for 4 days, was removed to, oddly enough, the hospital's mortuary. And then the deceased family were notified.
Oh, boy. That's not going to go well.
Officials didn't reveal the identity of the body. They have launched an investigation and offered their apologies to the patient's people. I'm sure that'll go over big. Listen,
they should have just offered their checkbooks and just.
I'm sorry we lost. Sorry we lost Gammy. See, our orderly is an idiot. For one, he's a 60-year-old man, and he put her in there. And when he walked into that room, he forgot he was there,
and just went on about his business.
He had to retrace his steps, and then just, you know how it is. And all the older people in the room going, "Yeah, I did it." Yeah.
I can see how that could happen.
Apology accepted.
Yeah, but if you're younger,
no excuse. Well, unless it was nursey poo and oh look, the little nursey is waiting out there. Because guys get stupid when they see girls. Just in case you haven't noticed.
Well, they're already stupid. They just get stupider.
Yeah. You know what I found, though?
What?
Girls are stupid, too. And I can prove it because I have actually raised a teenage. Well, now I've raised a teenager and have 3 teenage granddaughters.
Yes.
They are not a whole lot brighter than boys. The only thing that gets them out of a lot of their trouble is when they smile at you, they're cuter. That gets them out of a whole lot of trouble.
I disagree.
It doesn't.
And your own family is proof.
Why?
Because I've seen Eric smile at you as a child and have you go, all right, run along.
See? Gender doesn't matter.
Is it my turn now?
God, I hope so.
Okay. Labels and signs and signs and signs.
Hang on. And labels. Okay, go ahead.
Alpine, Texas, established 1883, elevation 4,500 feet, population 5,636, zip 79830, total 91,899.
Yeah, that's a keeper.
Speed limit 80 or 85, maybe 90, but don't go 100. Okay, what the heck? It's Texas. Nachos as big as your ass.
Subtle.
Attention, idiots. There are only 3 reasons to unholster your loaded firearm.
1,
You are robbing us.
that would be it. 2,
You are shooting the person robbing us.
3,
You are a complete incompetent idiot.
those would be it.
Please do not unholster a loaded weapon in our store. If you do, the following will apply to each of the above. If you are robbing us, you will be shot.
Yep.
If you are shooting the person robbing us, you will be thanked. If you are a complete incompetent idiot, you will be treated like an idiot and asked to leave. If you are offended by this message, just assume you fall in the 3rd category.
Doesn't seem out of line to me.
No. Back to you.
God bless Texas. Aren't we done yet?
No, I think we have one more, don't we?
I hope not. You did the tease.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should call this one done, Tony.
Attaboy.
This is true, really news. Send email to titr@netradio.network.